say. I'm talking to a brother here, not name, not face, but actually we're talking about another examples of racial profiling. What he explained to me is that he was traveling to Brazil, right? And business class, and to make a long story, you know, reasonable, for the purpose of viewing, he was at the counter, but the agent seemed to be giving him some attitude, and when she ran his ticket to board, you have to go to the security gate. It was the quadruple S's, which I've had before. And I think you were saying that basically she said it was random, and you were placing, you and I both know it's not random.
It's not random. It was triggered directly by the agent, and I feel as if it was a form of profiling.
Yeah, it is. And this is a story that I was going to make a video about when it happened last week, but I'll say it right now. I was coming through TSA San Francisco, had my usual black suit on, and I have a Star Trek insignia that was given to me by Gene Roddenberry's son, because I cover Comic-Con. And you know, you go through the screening like everybody else does, but my bag was really chock full of stuff. And I'm used to having the additional check, which is just fine. I have no issue with that. I want to keep us safe. Great. This woman came over to check, and I was waiting for a while. I'm like freaking, like, I'm going to make my flight. Rosemary comes over, because I was headed to LA for the YouTube meeting I had down there. And at any rate, no, excuse me, not YouTube, it was my birthday. Sorry about that. I was going to Chicago to have Chicago deep dish for my birthday. I travel a lot. Anyway, the woman took, first of all, instead of dealing with me, there was a white Hispanic fellow who, you know, spoke better Spanish than English, fine. But she knew Spanish and was helping him, even though he wasn't designated to her. So I'm standing here calmly, and after about roughly 3 minutes of this, I said, "Hey, excuse me, black guy in Star Trek, you know, with suit, needs help, needs to get flight," you know? And she got to know it. And at the same time, I heard someone else, TSA person, say, "Oh yeah, well, that guy is going to help him, so we've got him, Rosemary." And I said, "Yeah." So she proceeds to take every little thing out of my case, whereas the TSA agent doesn't need to do that. But she decided she was going to be a jerk, okay? And I just calmly sat there and watched her go through everything. She picked up one of my flip video cameras. "This is suspicious. What is this?" I said, "Ma'am, it's a flip video camera. You know what video cameras are. You know what camcorders are, okay?" And she goes, "Well, I don't see." I said, "It says right there on it. It says flip video camera." So she proceeds, she says, "Do you want me to put everything back in?" I said, "Yes, I do." And so I was holding my computer. I said, "By the way, I've got this I have to put in." And I was making a joke about it right now, because like I said, I'm used to going through this, but I also know she was being inappropriate. And so she basically takes the bin that has my hard drives in it and slams it toward me. And I said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Hey, supervisor here, you're not going to do that." And she says, "Do what?" And I said, "What you just did. You know what you just did." And she says, "Well, you're going to have me put all that back in there." I said, "Ma'am, I have to catch a flight. Your behavior was inappropriate, and from the start." And I said, "Bring the supervisor over." And then she realized, and I said, "Just all you have to do is look." She goes, I said, "Turn on the cameras. The cameras will exonerate me. Put the cameras on." And that's when she realized, you know what, she screwed up. And I yelled it out loud, like, "Hey, everybody, this lady's got a problem." Just like that. And all of a sudden, everybody's looking at her. I turned it back on her. All right? And I could see she was going to cry. I said, "Look, Rosemary, it's my birthday." But she didn't even say happy birthday. And I said, so I'm walking off, and she's looking at everybody else like, "I didn't do anything wrong," when she really did. Okay? And I said, "I'll tell you what." Because a guy had come over, and I told him what happened. And he said, "Here's a card. You can fill out a complaint." Because I said, "Yeah, I'm going to run this." Then I looked at her, and I said, "You know what, Rosemary? I'll tell you what. Let's just call it a draw. Okay? I come through here all the time. Let's just call it a draw." But I know that if I was like some Hispanic guy who didn't speak English, she would help me. Which is great. Fine, help him. But if you're assigned to a person like me, don't not help me because I'm black. And she immediately came off like that. Anyway, you see what I'm talking about, folks? Thanks, man. Yeah.